everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I just wanted to quickly show you a couple of my side projects that were within my December daily. Sandy that helps, she either created the 50 projects or she just helps with the administration part of it, had asked me a couple questions, so I thought I would make a video and show it so everyone could see it just in case they were interested as well. So let me flip through and show you where they are. The first question she had about was about how I did these flip open ones, and I did them in two different ways. So what I'm going to do is show you my day 20 instead of my day 11 because it went a little bit easier than the other ones, so I will get to that. But first I'll show you how I did my day 13, and it was actually quite simple. What I did is, before I glued down this matte piece of paper, I just poked two little holes, and I don't know if you can see that very well, but I just poked the two little holes with my paper piercer, strung it through, and then just did the same thing to make sure that it lined up. And then I knew going into it that they don't flip open like all the way, they have a space, so I left some white space here, so when I did flip it, you can read everything before. So this is a 3x3 card, and I probably put this on a 3x3.5 or something, just so there was enough of that space. But then the top card is completely different. You can leave it and poke the holes wherever you want it, because what you're going to do is you're going to tie your bow, or you're going to put the string through, start to tie your bow, and then flip this until you have it open to the way you like it. So then when you fold it back, it's loose, so maybe a paper clip like I did on the 24th is a good idea, so it doesn't flip around. I don't mind that it flips around, but that might be a way to keep it held together. So that's the first one. I did a separate video on how to do these paper mini rolls. They used to be, you would do it out of toilet paper rolls, and so that's what they're called, is toilet paper mini rolls. And I did a separate little video on those already that you can find on my YouTube blog. It's not a blog, on my YouTube channel. So there's that. My day 19, I'm not sure if there was a question about this one, but all it is just, it's a photo frame that I used, and I just put it on the back of it is just a piece of white cardstock, and I can even take this off. And I just glued 3 sides of it, and as you can see, like, this still isn't on there yet, like it's still paper clipped. And the goal is to just have things to slide in, so I just made the pocket out of it with that, doing that. So this one was really easy. It's not, I didn't do anything very hard, I promise. I'm not that I'm creative, but I'm not that creative. So that's how I did my day 19, just in case you were wondering about that one. And then here's the day 20 that Sandy really wanted to know about. And what I did is, this is a bigger piece of paper, because the one I was copying it with was one of the bigger sheets that came with my binder. But I just did it out of regular, you could do it out of cardstock or just any pattern paper. But it is 3 pieces. So the first piece is, and actually it would be out of, 2, 4, 6 pieces of pattern paper is what you're going to want to use. And you could do it at any sizing. I don't have dimensions for you, because you could honestly do this any way you'd like. But the goal is, at first, is you just lay down your first piece of pattern paper, which is the middle part. And then you, on the back, which you won't be able to see because I have it covered up, but on the back I then lay down a strip of washi tape, and then I put down the second piece that is normally works really well if you have it in some sort of a square. That way you have it. And the best way to figure out exactly what you want is just put another piece of pattern paper down and then decide your line, like trace a line somewhere and then cut that. And that's probably the best way to do it. But then it's super easy. You're just putting down some washi tape and I don't even know if you can see that. It's just washi tape. And then I put down the other piece of paper. And then I washi tape it like 2 or 3 times to make sure it's got a pretty good hold on it. And you do the same thing with the bottom. And then the way I covered it up, because this piece of paper is the original piece I had used, I just covered up the washi tape with some glitter tape. So you can't even tell that I did anything with it. And then when you open it up, I just glued another piece of the exact same sizing of pattern paper to cover up the washi tape that's hiding, like that. And then because it was in a binder, you just do the holes like you would normally, punching a hole on the main part of the paper. And then I did do the exact same thing. I lined them up and punched them, and then I just took my scissors and made a little nick so that they just can slip in there, but you can still open it. So that is how I did my day 20. I hope explaining that was enough. If it's not, please let me know, because I can maybe just do a whole nother one and just go through the whole process if that wasn't enough. Let's see. I know there was one more question. Oh, and then this one is, it is exactly like it seemed it was. I just had a piece of paper, a scrap piece of paper, and it is probably, I think this is a 4x6, so then this whole piece of paper is 8x12 is what I think it is an 8x12 that way. I think. No. It's 8x6. Sorry, that's what it is. I'm sorry, you guys, it's still early for me. And then, yeah, I literally just had I folded it and glued the back part, leaving, I glued, because if you want to add the tag like I did, I glued just this part and this part until I measured my tag to see how much I wanted in. And then wherever I was like, oh, okay, that's perfect. And then I glued here. And so this part's really well glued. And then there's the strips here to keep it so I can put in my tag. So it is exactly the way that one seemed. That one was really easy. And then this is just a piece of scrap pattern paper I had just stuck underneath it for decoration. And then 24 is exactly the way I showed you how I did the other one. It's just this paper that I slipped through. The twine I slipped through the pattern paper before I glued anything down. And then I did the same. This was just the one piece, so I didn't have to worry about having anything to measure white space or anything with. And then I just tied it. So, and then because it is a lot looser than the other one that I had, I did use a paper clip to hold it together. So that's, I think, everything. My 25 is really easily, it just simply, I cut, this whole piece was a 12 by 12 piece of paper, but I wanted all of the bordering. So I just cut the end, like if you would picture this part I had cut out to fit the very first part. And then I cut the bottom part of the 12 by 12 that was left over, just the strip. And then I made a little circle around the snowflake. And so when I glued it, because this is all glued down nice and strongly, it was able to make a pocket for everything that I needed. So that's how I did that one. It was really simple as well. So I hope that helps everybody. If you have any more questions, please let me know. I would love to answer them for you. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.